And we're live.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Happy Saturday morning. I forgot that this was today until an hour ago when I reminded everybody else. But I was prepared because I read the book. So, like, that's all that matters, right?
I mean, I was ready all day because
I know. I texted Kayla something this morning that was like, I can't wait to hang out. And she thought that I was referring to this. And I just meant, like,
in general.
in general. Like, I miss being in person with you. And she was like, oh, no, I thought that was you, like, saying, hey, we have a live show today.
Oh
So
god.
we got here. Yeah. It's May.
Mm-hmm.
We read the names by Florence Knapp.
Before we get into it, I would like to say I think this book redeemed every other pick that I've ever had for this book club.
Oh, okay. I always forget to look at what like people's previous picks were. I could do that though. Do you remember off the top of your head?
Where Dreams Descend.
Oh, meh.
Writers and Lovers.
Okay, I feel like that was like a
neutral.
Actually, I feel like that's a similar genre-wise to this.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the same people who maybe liked that would also have liked this.
Well, you also didn't let me pick an extreme horror, so
yeah, Kayla had a time picking books this time and did send me, like, we were talking about it way in advance, and you sent me like a list of 3 books, and I think I just ignored you because I was like, maybe we should circle back to this at a different time.
A little more.
And then came back a few months later and was like, have you thought about your shelf this big?
Well, weren't we also thinking about like The Compound?
We did talk about The Compound, but I kind of brought it up, and then you were like, oh yeah, that would be fun. And I was like, no, wait, no, I feel like then I feel like that was too much like me picking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really circled the conversation this time.
But
we're here.
We're here. We picked that one. I think it was a good silly choice.
Yeah. I'm curious about just where my conversation will go with this. Would you like me to pitch the book?
Yes, please.
Okay. The names, I mean, how I pitched it, and I feel like what I got from the synopsis was that the names is essentially about a mother who like isn't sure what to name her son. So we follow the path of like him through if she named him 3 different things.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it's pitched as his story based on his name. And I think, one of my biggest gripes of the book is going to be that I don't necessarily think it was that. If you want me to start there.
Yeah,
Okay.
Can
we start ratings first?
Sure.
Okay, you.
I gave it 5 stars.
Okay, I think I did know that. I gave it 3.5, which is like pretty good. Okay, I liked the book, but I'm gonna tear it apart a little bit.
So I might also tear it apart, even though I gave it 5 stars. And
me constantly.
I think based on book and content and writing ability, I think it's a 4-star. Okay, but I think that the emotions that I got while reading it turned it into a 5-star.
And I think you'll understand like how I relate to this book, how I landed at my rating as well. Okay. So my biggest gripe of this book is that I don't think we were following 3 timelines that were influenced by his name. I think we were following 3 timelines that were influenced by like his mother's decision to leave an abusive relationship or like decision to stand up to his father. Like they weren't all just like, okay, their lives are essentially the same, but she named him like a more powerful name or a more like family name. It was literally just like in this timeline she stood up to him, in this timeline she didn't stand up to him.
Yeah.
By the naming, by choosing the name. Like what is making him mad, because he starts as an abuser. Like what is making him mad is that she is defying his wish for the name. But there's also like that's mostly rooted in her like making a decision to not do what he wants anymore.
Yeah. I agree, but I also am like I feel like that, but the name, how he was different because of his name. Like, it was about the mom and how, like, her ability to stand up to her abuser or not, but it was also, like, I feel like when you're named after your dad, you're gonna wanna be like your dad. There's, like, a pressure for him, but at the same time, it does change because if the storylines were, like, actually the same, like, they've every storyline, they stayed there and they were married for a long
Yeah.
time, it would be different, like, but because one singular shift changed everything, but I think that's also the point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mhm.
Um,
My other, like, main general feel from the book was that I was really into it in, like, the first few chapters, and by the end, I was bored. Like, the last few perspectives, I feel like the last part you get, like, maybe some, like, reveals or, like, final, like, closing, but I feel like the last, like, few parts, especially once he was, like, mostly, like, an older adult in some of them, I was just like, "Okay, we've made it far enough."
yeah, I think based on my notes, I was really digging into the beginning, and then the 2008 timeline where he's 21, I literally for Bear wrote no comment, LOL. Like, I didn't have anything to say.
Yeah.
And then, like, Julian, it was just like, oh, lonely. And then, like, it was like the 2008 timeline, I was like, there's really nothing
Yeah.
happening.
Which, like, could have been a fun age for him because of that age.
I'm torn because I like that each chapter in each section was not just Bear. It
Yeah.
was Bear and the grandma and the sister and the mom if she's there and like like all these people. But
Yeah.
part of me was like, I liked the whole cast of group, everybody, but like just having Bear would have been interesting.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I think of my sister, but I have no idea what she's thinking or if she's
Yeah.
feeling, you know.
Yeah, I, like, just in general prefer, like, a singular POV, I guess, but,
I think I
not
like
finding that much. What does bother me a little, and I think, like, is also something that people can enjoy of a story like this, is that all the sections were similar in length, like, each age was similar in length as well as each person's, like, Bear, Julian, whatever, Junior was what was the name?
Gordon.
Okay, Gordon, were all, like, also, like, similar in length. But I do feel like there were sections where, like, this part should have been longer, or, like, we didn't need much from this perspective in this year.
So I actually just like this just popped into my head. I think that the multiple perspectives in each chapter, in each section, in each chapter were because if you really think about it, in the first section, the baby is a baby. He
Yeah.
cannot have a
Oh, right.
POV. And at the end, it's pretty much exclusively him.
Yeah.
So it's like that's now I'm thinking about it like I'm watching a movie. He's a
Yeah.
baby. He can't have a perspective.
Right.
Well, now everybody's like grown up.
Yeah.
So he has to have one.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that I just like I like the structure of this, like, this is still something that if, like, pitched to me, I would read a similar setup, or and, like, also I would read from this author again.
Mm-hmm.
I like what was happening here. I just don't know how, like, actually impactful I found it in the end.
I also think, and this is like I just had a thought in my head.
Mhm.
I think maybe the reason why you not necessarily you, but like you or like other people might not enjoy this as much as I did,
Mhm.
is I do feel like because the author like this is set in like the UK. Like this is set in
Mhm.
England and Ireland.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's giving this is written more closely to a book that is like by an Irish author, which I don't know if she
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Like,
I actually would agree, and I think that we discussed this before that I like generally don't like their like Irish authors. I think we have talked about that because I think we've read a few even in this book club.
Yeah, and I just thought about that because I enjoyed it, but I can point out like this is pretty dry. This is pretty like very specifically written. Like you can tell that this.
I like that sometimes, or like I like that in general.
It's not as
it still is like a literary book though, which I struggle with sometimes. Danielle has arrived and Cheyenne has arrived.
Okay, hello everybody.
Hello everybody.
Do we
share your ratings, please? If you missed ours,
yeah,
you'll give it 5 and I gave it 3.5.
I think I remember what Danielle gave it, but
I think Danielle gave it a 5. I think she really liked it.
And I think they both read it before we did.
Yeah, I'm bad about saying when I'm reading it. I think I showed up this time and was just like, I read the whole thing today.
Yeah, you read it in a day.
I had to because I've been reading good lately.
Yeah, I started it on May 11th and I finished it on May 22nd.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's not bad.
I also think that can like lead to like the fact that I read it in a day of like, is that what caused me to get bored? And I actually think no. I think if I would have like stepped away and tried to come back, I would have been more bored. Because you forget details when you like step away. You know what I mean?
I think that's why. Ooh,
3. Yeah, fair. I'm guessing Cheyenne was on the same board as me for some things.
I think maybe I didn't get bored because I wrote my thoughts down as I was reading it.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot to do, again, with, like, same thing as me saying I read it in one sitting. Like, your reading experience in general can affect a lot.
Yeah. I think in my notes, though, I did just see this. It says in the 2001 chapter, so he's 14, during Julian, I wrote, so every chapter is about how the women grow and change and relationships. So I guess at that point, I was like, oh, we're focusing on the women.
Oh, right. Like this is we're getting the mother story through Julian's. I mean, I don't know what to call him because, you know, through the boy's life story is really telling. I mean, it's really just to do with their family structure in general being affected by.
I really, now that I don't think I liked the sister looking back as much as I did in the book. Like I was like, some of the things that she did or said, or even like she out in this chapter, but she wasn't out in this chapter. This in this chapter, like
I liked her, and I think it did give a perspective to like because her and the mother were really close. So then in Gordon's perspective, you could really feel the like them and the girls and the boys were very like othered. But then like I guess I liked that full circle of getting like so many years through Gordon's perspective because he eventually does like realize like what's going on here. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard. I should have read this more recently because I feel like it is something that each perspective pulls a lot of emotions and now they kind of feel jumbled in my mind. I think I gave it about a 4.5. I totally see the issues, but I think it was a great debut personally. I don't love lit fic, but this following 3 different storylines kept the momentum going. Yeah, I kind of said that I like definitely like this like structure, but I also am not like a lit fic girly.
Yeah.
And I think that like something similar could impact me more than this maybe did. I don't know.
The last 2 sections, though, I said 2008 was very boring to me, but the last 2015 and 2022, where I think I was ready to be done, like I was kind of ready with the story, but I think the most impact for me happened in those last 2 sections because I think that's where, like, in my notes, that's where I have the most exclamation points, the most like all most like.
I also think like as an adult now, like I think if I would have read this when I was younger, it wouldn't have felt the same. But like to get to those like a little bit older ages are because I feel like I've also been in like a period of life of like realizing. I don't know, like I feel like everyone reaches a point in their life where like you start to realize that your parents are like people who like had lives and make decisions, and then you start to feel the separation from those people and like reflect on stuff. I felt like like those sections were doing a lot with that, again specifically with like Gordon especially. So there's a lot to come of that, but I think each one, like I think I'm trying to make sure I'm getting them right. Like I think Bear was most interesting in the earlier chapters because that was the mom being like the most defiant. Then I think Julian was kind of boring the whole time.
Ooh, okay.
And then like Bear was really interesting.
Gordon.
Gordon was the most interesting towards the end.
I can agree with that. So I think to agree and then change a little bit. Bear was the most fun in the beginning because of the mom. Yeah. Julian, I don't think was the most boring, but I think he was the most like realistic to like a normal.
Yeah.
Life. And I think that like because
wait, Julian's the one that they ended up with the grandma, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the like what I found interesting in that was the grandma's boyfriend situation.
I loved him.
Yeah, like, but I don't think that the boy's character in that section was the most interesting.
Okay.
In that perspective.
Yeah, I agree. As I'm looking at my notes, I agree.
Okay. I feel like I interrupted you saying something. I'm sorry.
No, I was thinking. Gordon, though, I loved him at the end. I love that he
basically hard. It's a little bit of a redemption arc.
Mm-hmm. But maybe that was the point. Maybe there's like I'm awesome in the beginning. Julian's the static, like steady medium, and then Gordon is our high at the end.
Okay, Danielle, this is actually a very good point. That was the only perspective he has a dominant male figure to look up to.
Mm-hmm.
I feel you there. Appreciate. Okay, let's read what Cheyenne said. I kind of wondered what the point of the book was by the end. I enjoyed the experience of reading everything, but I felt the author should have been building some sort of conclusion at the end. I agree. I also think that's kind of like a lit fic thing. Mm-hmm. Like I want it to be like I think each of them could have had a bit more of a stronger like message to be had.
Yeah.
Or like a clear, I don't know.
But I think that that's how like Irish authors write. Like you don't have a clear point, but like if you are so good at like analyzing a book, you could.
The book I'm thinking of is In the Woods. That's also Irish, right?
I think so.
That I was just like, something about this doesn't connect with me.
Yeah.
And I think that's just like language patterns in general.
Yeah. And I'm thinking of the 2 Claire Keegan books that I read. Short.
Oh, I've read her as well for an in-person book club. And yeah, that it does all kind of give the same vibe to me.
It's nothing's like happening, but everything's happening at the same time.
It's like almost too meandering. Mm-hmm. When Bear died, I thought Julian and Gordon. Oh.
Well, I did too, because in that section where Bear dies, Julian's section, he talks about going to see his wife, and he mentions running past men who took down a wasp's nest.
Oh.
I was like, oh my God, Julian's about to die because he walked past this wasp's nest.
Also, I did not like the wife like coming back. Like, why are you doing? They gave no indication of him doing better. I don't know.
See, and I kind of disagree on that.
You felt that was triumphant?
No, but I mean, like, he worked, he was so like, oh, I hate my dad, I'm not going back to England, I don't want to have anything to do with England, blah, 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 blah. And then he finally decided to sell whatever it was to the English company, and it felt like he had figured out his emotional block.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I freaked the fuck out.
Yeah. Again, that was just like a little unsatisfying to me as like the conclusion. I think that the this point that Cheyenne's making of like this is exactly the message I was hoping for, that we were either going to get that like his name was super impactful in all these perspectives, or the point of like this actually didn't affect who he became at all. And I feel like we didn't get like either of those very strongly.
Yeah.
But I like had a good time reading it. Like a 3.5 star is pretty good for me. Like I haven't had a single 5-star this year. So like 3.5 is like there for my rates this year, you know?
I'm interested in the thoughts of the epilogue because I really didn't understand. I knew that it would be important and impactful, but I didn't get it. But then I don't remember what specific review I was reading, but I was reading somebody's review and their whole sticking point was like the epilogue was like it wrapped up the book and it made everything make sense and da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, Charlie wants to know.
I was gonna say somebody's growling. I can't actually really remember what happened in the epilogue. Let me skim that quick. But I in general don't like a book like, so you wrote a whole story and then had to like solidify it with a final thing to explain the point you're making, basically, or to like get the character to what I feel like the book should have just been doing. Not epilogue, but 1 second. You can talk, so it's not awkwardly silent. Oh, or you don't have to. Sorry, that's pressure too.
I just feel like it's like because it's in the perspective of dad.
Like the end of it is, yeah.
Like I don't know.
I don't like it. I don't like getting to humanize him at the end, first of all.
I feel like I probably would have been more impacted with the story if the dad was sprinkled in. Like maybe each section was the boy and then there was a fourth section.
Oh, yeah.
Gordon Sr. Here's why I did the you know what I mean? Like, here's my childhood and why I act like this.
Yeah, I don't think I would have liked that better though. I don't like giving him a why. Like you need to be good in spite of whatever the why is, you know?
Yeah. I think for me it's just I would want like I'm just not nosy is the wrong word. I just am interested in
everybody's perspective of how this happened.
Yeah. Good choice. I think it was great.
Yeah, I think this was a good book. I hate that sometimes I have the least to say about things that were good.
Yeah.
Because like then again, I feel like I was only ragging on this and like I had a good time reading it.
I
would recommend this to a lot of people.
I would too.
Because I think some of the stuff I read and think is like so good is a little bit too like, I don't want to say like obscure, but like
so it just ended up happening where this was my month to pick this for this book club, and then it was also my month to pick for my person. And so the same thing. I was like, I'm gonna read the same thing.
I think Danielle said that did she say that she picked this for an in-person?
That would be smart. But I think I haven't had that discussion yet because I think we're doing it next Friday. And I think maybe if I would have come in having talked about it
already. I feel like I know second-handedly some of the people in your in-person that could have like louder opinions about it. But yeah, that could have.
Like I'm interested in what my brother has to say because I feel like my brother's gonna be like, yeah, that was fine. Like, but my friend Rachel, who's my coworker, she read it because I brought her into my in-person book club, and she who I was texting about this with, and she was like obsessed with it. She was
also feel like that probably fed your enjoyment.
Yeah, and I think it's
like, actively. I wish that was me in the Discord. I'm sorry. I'm bad about updating as I read.
I think it's hard to say things in the Discord about sections over message, but also like I could just voice record it. Like I don't. That's who's just, like there's nothing stopping me to do that.
Yeah.
But sometimes I think that it just is like, hey guys, I'll update you in a second. Like I feel like I have to update after I finish things.
Yeah.
And I'm more the person like I want to update halfway through a chapter, halfway through a sentence.
Yeah.
And it's a little harder.
I agreed with this and kind of said this earlier too, that like I would read something that is pitched similarly as this, structured like this, and that yes, I would read this author again. Like I would definitely be interested. Has she announced another book yet? I know this just came out in 2025. Let me look. Like if a synopsis of her next book, yeah, I don't see that she's announced anything else yet. Like if another synopsis intrigued me by them, I would definitely pick it up. Yay. I get so intimidated by the fact of like finding new authors that I want to read more from because I feel like the list is already long enough.
Yeah.
I cannot keep up with everything. Okay. Do we have anything else to say about this one?
I really enjoyed each like different girl he got with in each section. Like Bear found somebody who immediately,
mm-hmm.
and then Julian took a little bit longer to find somebody and it was a little rocky. Gordon didn't really find somebody until he figured his life out.
Yeah.
Like, and I think the difference in how they acted and who they were and their personalities, I think were interesting in how they fit with each of the same person.
Yeah. I guess I should have thought a little harder while I was reading this as like such a like romance girly where it's just like so surface level some of the time. Like my brain wasn't thinking enough.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just felt some of that was kind of bland. Which again might be a writing problem. And I didn't like allow myself to think about it.
Yeah. I think I noticed it the most when in 2015 during Julian's, he was making, because he made jewelry, he was making
the
wedding ring for Lily for someone else.
Well, and didn't
this girl I went to school with, I really liked her.
Wait, am I confused about what happened, or am I thinking of a different timeline? Didn't the grandmother's boyfriend guy make a ring in one section, or am I making that up?
So
did Julian make because that would have been Julian's perspective.
They would make them to get that's how we learned how to make them. And that was the whole point of Julian having that business he didn't want to sell to England.
Okay. I might have mixed that up a little in my mind too.
Because didn't he 14?
Did this win? Like this has the I don't know if you'll be able to tell because it's just like a glossy. You can see there's something like it was nominated for the Lolly through Book of the Month.
I don't think it won. I think I looked like I was talking to my mom.
Glossy thing on it.
Yeah. Book of the Month.
This does seem like something that
Wild Dark Shore won.
Oh. Okay.
Interesting.
I know people love it, but I DNF'd it.
They haven't read it.
Definitely is something that I can see my mom and her friends eating up. The Lolly is Book of the Month's award. So they pick 5.
Oh, the list was kind of crazy.
And somebody wins the best book of the year. So it's the Book of the Month award. What?
Wild Dark Shore won.
Okay.
The finalists were The Names, Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil, The Favorites by Lane Fargo, and First Time Caller.
Oh.
So that's
I've read First Time Caller. I have The Favorites. I DNF'd Wild Dark Shore, and I have no interest in Bury Our Bones. So, but like that's me to say like, oh, I actually like am gonna end up reading most of those. Maybe book of the month influences me more than I give it credit for. That's a cute sleeve. Are you reading it right now?
Kind of. Like I started it, but I think I'm actively reading something else. But
I liked the second one a lot.
I'm actively reading the short story collection by Nat Cassidy, which is why I brought Nat Cassidy up. Because I have it from NetGalley.
What's that second one called? First Time Caller?
Back.
And Now Back to You. Neither of them were 5 stars for me, but like they're both so good that like I definitely would recommend them.
My friend Rachel told me that she thinks of the two, I would like the second one more.
Yeah, I can see that.
Which I don't have no idea what the second one. What?
It's Forced Proximity.
Ooh.
It's the weather girl and the news guy, and they have to like go on. Is that right? No, it's the weather girl and like one of the producers have to go on like a trip to report on a storm. So it's like workplace.
Ooh.
Forced Proximity. Kind of like Rivals to Lovers. It's one of those stupid like he bugs me but for no reason.
Which I love that.
Well, I just think there's like for me I also struggle. I don't really like enemies to lovers because I don't you can't come back from a lot of stuff in my eyes. You know, like if you really did somebody wrong, like no, I don't think you should start hooking up, but
yeah.
I think that's my issue with Second Chance. It's like you already proved yourself to not be dedicated enough. So like why? We don't need to try this again.
But I feel like I like Second Chance when the first chance they were like little kids.
Sure.
But if we're adults.
But that's like childhood friends to lovers, not Second Chance in my opinion.
Yeah. Which was it Reckless? The Elsie Summer book that was Second Chance?
I don't know that I can't differentiate the names. I read 4 of those during one 24-hour readathon.
Whichever one was Second Chance, I think I really enjoyed though.
What was Second Chance? Who?
Reckless. Who was that? Because I think I really liked it.
Well, like you could argue that the one where she had the kid is Second Chance,
which I think is Reckless.
Yeah, so that's my favorite one in that series.
Theo.
What's his name? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
No, wait. This one doesn't. Yeah, it says the main tropes in this aren't Second Chance. It says unexpected pregnancy.
Well, okay. Yeah, sure.
Let's see. Oh, not in this series. The Second Chance is a photo finish. Which is that the other one that I'm reading? What? It's in the other series.
Well, then it's not that series. What are we saying? Okay. Okay. Are we done talking about this one?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, fun. There's no book in June because June is the month of Wonderthon. And then I will announce July, August, September, sometime in the month of June.
Do we have...
I think I have people.
I think you have people. Do you have any remembering thoughts if they've picked
Nobody has picked a book yet.
That's crazy.
I can tell you who the people are.
Amy?
Sure, yeah. It's Amy in July. Amy from A-Star Reads. August is Lizzie from Lizzie's Literary Life. And September is Rena. On Instagram is Rena_Bisal. And they've all picked before. I didn't have anybody new this time around. I would like to grab some new people coming up. So
I think based on how I know these people, unless they go crazy wild.
I know sometimes they do. I think we'll end up with a literary fiction, a fantasy, and Amy could be anything. Last time she picked a horror.
What did she pick? Ooh.
Danielle, would he? That could be fun.
Like he's gonna pick a sci-fi.
I love sci-fi.
Me too.
Can he secretly pick Project Hail Mary? Because I've been trying to get Danielle to read it for 2 years, and she's always like, sorry, me and Nick have to read that together.
And then everybody in the chat will just get to read it again.
Right. Everybody but you two has read that, Nick. Nick,
I know you're listening. Danielle, take your headphones off.
Okay. Yeah. We'll work something out. Fun. Shut this, woo. Okay, bye. Bye. Thanks for joining us, guys. And yeah, sorry to everybody watching it back. Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye, friends.